Hey, my name is Ray Flores. I'm a proud and loyal member of the First and 10 Tailgate. You're listening to First and 10 with my man, the main man, Foz.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 31 of First and 10 with Foz. We're cruising through the season, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving week, Maxwell. You
Wild,
believe
man.
it?
Came up quick.
It's going to be December 1st next week. Christmas is around the corner. That time of year to be thankful, man. You know, it's a rough world out there. Everyone's going through a lot. Maxwell, what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving year, sir?
The Cubs got a new manager. That's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
My family, my wife, my beautiful wife. She's maybe listening. Only 7 more weeks of this Bears disaster season. Thankful too.
Yeah, thankful we fast forward towards the draft. Definitely do a lot to be thankful for, especially the show this year, man. You guys have been awesome. Like, it's been life altering for me doing all this, and me and Maxwell being involved in this, being friends for so long. It's been really fucking cool, and thankful for all you guys out there who spend your time watching and listening each week and commenting, keeping up on everything. I definitely appreciate it. On top of that, definitely my wife and kids. I'll be in trouble if I don't say that too. But yeah, health, happiness, man, and not the Bears, unfortunately, but no. A lot of the stuff to be thankful out there. So what are you doing for Thanksgiving this year, my friend?
Oh, we go to my parents every year. My mom does everything from scratch. So
nice. You'll cook anything? You got bring anything over?
I've offered years in the past, and it's just pointless. So you go over there and she just says no, like everything. Then afterwards says how much work it was, but
just want something to complain about.
Absolutely, right? But dude, well worth it. The meal, she always cooks a badass meal. So
dude, I totally get it, man.
How about you?
Oh, dude, I'm cooking, man. It's just gonna be me, the immediate family, football all day, comfy clothes, smoking the turkey again this year. It's been a fan favorite of the family over the years. So
yeah,
first time I did, the wife said no more turkey in the oven going forward. Speaking of smoked turkey, man, there's somebody else I know who loves a little smoked turkey.
God damn it.
Tony? Hi, how'd it go?
What does it take to get some fucking smoked turkey in this house, huh?
What?
I bust my ass all day long and I come home, I want a little smoked turkey. Is that too fucking much to ask?
What the fuck is your problem?
Everything but fucking turkey in here.
There's everything but fucking smoked turkey in the house. The man came home from a hard day's work, just want some smoked turkey.
We forgot to tell him we got a big announcement tonight that we're pivoting from Bears and going straight into Sopranos.
Yes, the Sopranos podcast is coming at the end of the Bears season.
No, it's now. It's starting now.
Just old fashions, cigars, and a whole bunch of gabagool. That's for damn sure.
Absolutely.
So today in the show, we're going to go through everything like normal. We got the news from this last week, not as much crazy drama as per normal. We'll go through that very aggravating Bears-Lions game, which I think, for me personally, was the most aggravating game of the season.
It's an all-timer. Maybe of all time.
Pretty pissed off, dude. I don't know why. We'll get into it, but I was just so aggravated, dude, and I saw it coming. Mm-hmm. And I just want to be wrong one time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, we're going to get into the Monday night matchup versus the Vikings coming up this next week, and we'll have on the show a very, very fun friend of ours. If you know him, you've been to a Vikings game at Tailgate, and you heard the words, "I got you," you definitely had a great time. We'll have my guy Lavender on the show. I'm talking about his background as a fan and that upcoming matchup versus the Vikings. So let's get into some news, though, my friend. So most recently, we got our Fan of the Year announced for the Bears, and that is Miss Shamika Leach, congratulations, sweetie. Make sure everyone goes on to the NFL.com Honors Fan of the Year 2003 and vote. I mean, if the Bears aren't going to win any games and we're not going to do anything,
Might as well.
At least we could try and get our fan in there, right? Have our fan do something. So congratulations to Shamika. She'll actually be on the show with us next week talking about her fan of the year. So
Right on.
that'll be fun. Cody White here got nominated for the Salute to Service Award. I mean, he's still a human being. I know how we feel about him as a player.
Oh, absolutely.
Nice to see what he's doing outside the field. Nice to see him get support for his causes that he's been doing. So
That's great.
line changes, man. Speaking of Cody White here, they sacked Cody White here this week. Moved Jenkins over to left guard for Nate Davis's return, my friend. We'll talk about how that impacted the game on Sunday. TJ Edwards, man, holds the franchise for the record. Most tackles through 10 games, man. He's been killing it. Obviously, Fields made his return, and we'll get into that during the game review. And last but not least, a little fun story that made me chuckle out loud, since we love to talk about the things that could have been. Jalen Carter was in the news again. Apparently, he was involved in some sort of shoplifting scandal at Target. Did you hear about this?
I did read a little about it. I think it maybe got a little blown out, but
police were called. Just naming the facts.
Yeah.
Security stopped him. Police were called. Jalen Carter at Target.
Yeah, it's trouble seems to kind of find him, or he finds it, or however you want to look at it.
So that game on Sunday versus Detroit, dude, definitely should have been a game that we won. Holy shit, up by 12, 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And any Bears fan who is probably watching this show or is as deeply as involved as we are, you were just waiting for that shoe to drop out. And goddamn, it fucking did drop out, man.
Yeah, as soon as the Lions went to 26-21, I had immediate visions of this is not going to go good. Like instantly. Like I don't know how you didn't. Like you could just feel it coming. Like it just immediately, it felt like a hurricane. Like it was just, you knew this bad storm was coming. There was no doubt about it. They just don't know how to put games away. That's the problem. They don't know how to win football games.
They don't know how to keep the lead and finish football games.
Yeah.
I mean, winning, and you call it whatever you want, but do they get that lead? And instead of being excited and thinking about what can we do to continue to get more points, it's like you go into full shield mode.
You're waiting for the shoe to drop.
Yeah, you go into prevent defense. You're calling safe plays. You're calling prevent defense. And you're just praying for that time to go as fast as possible.
You're trying not to lose. You're not trying to win. And that's just a bad recipe.
And that's why they're not winning, dude. You can't do that nowadays in the NFL, dude. These teams are too good. These high-powered offenses.
You got away with that against Carolina because they're fucking pathetic. But Lions are a good football team who played a terrible game. They played terrible. They played as bad as I've seen them play in the last 2 seasons. They were awful.
We'll get into it, but 3 interceptions.
Should have been 7.
And then 3 alone to Jalen Johnson that was dropped. So
absolutely.
All right, let's run through that offense. So Justin Fields, man, he had a great game, dude. Anyone who blames Justin Fields on that loss, you need to watch football more because that dude had a great game. Only had 169 yards, probably because half of the game he was pigeonholed after the third quarter. But add in his running yards. Yeah. All that matters is the amount of offense he's doing. 104 running yards.
Yeah, so almost 300 yards of total offense from him alone. Yeah. That's all that matters. I don't care how you get it in this NFL. Just get it.
We got to take what we can get from the talents on our team right now. And allowing him to run, allowing him to do that, allowing him to scramble out of the pocket, the play action, dude. Mm-hmm. That is our success formula.
They showed it for 56 minutes in that game, how they're going to win with Justin Fields. Yeah. He played very good. He got rid of the ball quickly. He was moving in the pocket. He was ducking and running as soon as he's 2 to 3 seconds. All right, I got to go. The call runs were great. On the first drive was beautiful. So give Getsy some credit, as we like to rip him too, but he did what he needed to do to put Fields in a position to win the football game.
Okay. Yeah, I give it that. But why, like every other fucking game, we do what we know is going to work from us.
No, I know.
And then we decide to stop doing that. And we decided to do it a completely different way that time after time has proven again does not work for our team and our style of football with the people that we have. And then we continue to give turnovers. We continue to not get yardage. We continue to give up big plays, lose games. We do it our way and we're successful. We try to do it the arrogant way of Getsy and Flues. We're not successful.
No.
How many games are we going to continue with that formula of it happening over and over? How many times do you need to see it?
Till they shit can these cocksuckers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the answer. I mean,
Dude,
until they get rid of Matt Eberflus, it's going to keep going on and on and on and on.
And again, we keep on saying it. We fired Matt Nagy for this exact reason. And now he's doing it again, game after game. And like, there comes a point where it's like, is someone going to intervene and stop these mother? I mean,
yeah, like it was so egregious on that last drive when you could have iced the game. You know, the run up the middle. Like the Lions know that's coming, and then like you've got 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 8. Now you're going to try to throw.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, Tyler Scott should have caught that ball, but you know, why not call that play run in reverse? Start with the pass play. Start with trying to get 6, 7, 8, 9 yards. If you don't get it, fine. Now you can run your 2 runs or start running the clock some. It's just so frustrating because, I mean, you went into a really hostile environment against a very tough team, and you played really well a lot of the game. The team played really good a lot of the game. Yeah, there were things that they did bad during the game, but that's every NFL team in every NFL game. You should have won this fucking game.
With the amount of turnovers that we had against them, what team almost gives 7 turnaways, 3 confirm, and then wins the game?
So there was a stat out there that the Bears had time possession over 40 minutes. So that 2/3 of the game they had time possession plus 3 or 4 turnovers they had. I think it was plus 3 because the Bears did turn one over too. So plus 3 plus that much time, teams have there's been 49 other games of that occurrence happening. Do you know how many times the team was lost?
99% of the time.
0. This was the first time that's ever happened.
So going into the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left, down by 12, they had a win percentage rate of 1.8%.
90, yeah, the Lions did. The Lions
the Lions had
a
99% chance that the Bears should have won that game.
Yeah.
And we found that 1.8%.
100%.
Like, that's like winning the fucking lotto losing that game, dude. Like,
it's just they found a way to lose that game. They found a way to just completely shit the bed.
Yeah.
And then you got a coach after the game who's just oblivious to it, like he's talking about the positives.
He's talking about he's like, fucking the Mr. Rogers positive? Shit needs to end.
The positive shit should be on the sidelines during the game, not after the game.
Yeah.
Just say no. We shit the bed. We fucked this whole game away, and it's getting old, dude. It's getting really, really old.
Dude, imagine like if we had a coach like Dan Campbell and some of those plays that were happening out there when they came to the sideline, he would be tearing their ass up, dude. We need fucking not Mr. Rogers. We need the young Mike Ditka. We need someone with aggression, someone with emotion, dude. Nobody respects the guy. No one has any respect for him as a coach whatsoever.
Winning respect.
I think it's obvious.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Winning causes, takes care of all those problems. But no, he's a terrible
coach. Which we're not doing.
No, he's a terrible coach. He's the worst coach, like you said.
Matt Eberflus is the worst coach in the history of the Chicago Bears.
I don't disagree.
And I never thought that would be possible after Mark Trestman.
And Matt Nagy.
And
John Fox. Yeah.
I never thought it'd be possible, especially Dr. Death Trestman. He was the absolute worst. But man, they've gone and blown my expectations away again with this guy. Like
that dude won more in one season than Eberflus has won in 2. I mean, that's crazy.
Every game, every loss, every time we continue to talk about what we're seeing and what's happening out there on the field, I'm getting more and more pissed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like someone asked today on social media, like, "Oh, why aren't the Bears playing on Thanksgiving?" And I said, it's a day to be thankful, not to be upset.
Thank Christ they're not. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to be upset. I don't want to watch the Bears on Thanksgiving.
No, imagine if this game was like in Detroit on Thanksgiving, like this game we just had. Like, I mean, you people would be throwing up everywhere.
The rest of the night, dude.
Yeah, you're done. You're gonna just say goodbye to your family and go home. Like
I'm gonna eat a whole pumpkin pie, drink a liter of wild turkey 101, and throw up all over my living room. Like I'm just done, dude. Like,
hey man, at least Justin Fields looked good. We'll give it that. He came in and looked good.
He did, dude. And again, the hookup with him and DJ Moore.
Great.
Again, that pass was fucking lights out.
Several passes to Moore. Yeah.
So he almost had 100 yards on 7 receptions. So again, Justin Fields is back. Oh, we utilized DJ Moore. He has a 100-yard reception game. Like, are we seeing the math here, people?
I mean, anyone who watched this game and the game last week and doesn't see the difference between Fields and Bagent, you just might as well forget about it. Any kind of football evaluations ever in the history of your life.
Foreman going out and Herbert coming in. That was not good whatsoever. Yeah. Herbert only had 35 yards, and Foreman's been a terror for us, man. So really hope he's okay. We'll talk about TJ Edwards going down a little bit too. So again, that's scary losing him.
And Herbert didn't look his usual speedy self. If you watched him, he didn't. He looked like a guy who'd been out for 5 months, and this is his first game in a long time. He did not look great.
Back on the offense to add to my aggression and pissed offness, Lucas Patrick goes down. Now you bench Cody White here. Okay, I get it. You're trying to play the authority role. Not happy with the performance. Okay. But when a player goes down and you have a fucking known fucking center sitting there on the bench, healthy and ready to go. And then you bring in Feeney, who's not even a fucking center. Play calls are off. Snap counts off. We're getting delay of game penalties, dude.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
That was bad.
What are you trying to prove, dude? Prove your shit in practice. Don't prove your shit live during the game.
Was Whitehair dressed? I didn't.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
was all right.
I'm pretty sure he was.
No, I'm sure you're probably
Yeah.
right. I didn't pay attention to that until you mentioned that to me.
But it was like, dude, like, go get fucking dressed on something, man. I mean, like,
yeah, I know. The center is like a black hole for the Bears offensive line. Like they can't find anyone who can snap correctly for a whole game. That can, I mean, it's a never ending parade of bad.
Dude, on my Bears wish list for this draft coming up this year, number one, I'd like to go after Harrison Jr., which I think everyone's
sure.
But number two, dude, get a fucking center, dude. We are big time missing a top line center. That kid from Penn State, if he's still hanging around, dude, if we get a 1 and a 4 pick or something like that, dude. But we need someone who can play center for the Bears, dude, because we're massively lacking.
Yeah, or if there's a great left tackle to draft him and maybe sign one.
Yeah,
that's been proven and good that we really didn't do last offseason.
We got tons of money that we don't spend, so I don't know.
I mean, there were guys there last year offseason. We signed Nate Davis. Fine, he's fine when he's been healthy, but. Yeah, maybe sign a nice veteran center, and then if you've got a nice, young ass kicking line to go with the center in the middle, it would be great.
We weren't the only ones pissed off, man. Braxton Jones is pretty pissed off.
Yeah, I saw that.
I believe he yelled. If I can mouth it out correctly, was I didn't fucking see him, and when he was screaming towards the sideline. Yeah. And dude, he came out, dude, and that dude looked like he was about to go on a murder spree, dude. So
supposedly it was something he actually literally couldn't see. Like he had some kind of vision problem, and like the ref noticed it and told him he had to sit out for a play or two.
Yeah, he was.
He was really pissed
on
off.
Fire.
So
man,
hopefully he's not hurt because he actually played pretty well all game.
Yeah. That Tyler Scott fumble was a big momentum change that happened early on, and then the pass that should have been. I mean, what I will say is he's a young rookie. He hasn't been utilized as much this year as I wish they would have. And he came out and owned it, dude. Like when you fuck up and you own it, I give respect towards that because you're not trying to blame other people. Like I'll use Velus Jones Jr. as an example. When does he come out and own his shit after his fuck ups?
No.
He doesn't.
No.
This kid came out and said Justin Fields threw a phenomenal pass. I hesitated. I was in my head too much. I was thinking about all these different things the coaches said, and I hesitated, and I shouldn't have, and that's what happened. And he's like, and that's something I'm going to work on. So.
He's a rookie. You can't be mad at a rookie 11 games into his career. That shit happens. It's going to happen. Listen, he's not the reason they lost the game. I mean, there were so many other opportunities for them to turn that game around. So, yeah, it sucks, and he should have caught it, and that would have iced the game probably, but that shit happens. Rookies make mistakes, and that's what happens.
And then to end it on offense – 30 seconds left, 2 times outs. I was thinking they were going to throw an interception. I didn't think they were going to work it down the field, dude. But the fumble and then the darn all right kick into the end zone for the safety, that was just icing. That was blowing out the birthday cakes from you right there, dude. That was just so embarrassing and so bad. And like, dude, people were like, "Oh, well, Field should have saw that." Now that's his blind side. Darnell Wright is his blind side. He is trusting that man over there. And the guy is 99 out of 100 times awesome, except for this one time.
Yeah, and it happens. Yeah. I mean, he played a really good game. He's
a rookie, too.
He kept a world beater pretty much.
A great season.
No doubt. Yeah. I mean, you kept Hutchinson pretty much away from Fields the entire game. So shit's going to happen. It just happened in our true time. You're racing there against the clock. He's moving as fast as he can. Shit happens, man. I mean, by that point, it ended. That was a perfect ending.
We shouldn't have been in that point again. Like we shouldn't have been in so many other scenarios.
That was the Luxardo cherry to your old fashioned. Yeah. I mean, that just topped it all. Like all I did was laugh when I saw that. That's right. That's how this game should end. I don't see any other way.
I just put my head down and just complete shame and utter. I don't want to say disbelief, but just utter like, how much more I can't take anymore.
None of this matters. I mean, it's.
It's all a fucking joke.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
But again, dude, we were there because after DJ Moore got that pass for a touchdown in the third quarter, and we said it was just a scary, scary play calling. The rest of the time, stupid runs, stupid check down passes, cover 2 defenses wide open, let St. Brown go wherever he wanted, dude. Like, those 2 touchdowns should have never happened that fast, dude. Especially after we held them the entire game.
Yeah, I mean,
what happened?
We're going to flip to the defense here, I know now. But, yeah I mean, like that first, not the last touchdown drive, but that first one, like, they made it 21. I mean, they drove down the field like there was no defense on there. I mean, it was a joke. Blown coverages, guys not tackling. I mean, what was it like? They got like 50 yards in 13 seconds. Like that should not happen, especially as I get maybe you're a little gassed, but I don't give a shit. Like,
not after your quarterback throughout the entire game has thrown
kept 7, you off the field.
Yeah. Has thrown 7 potential interceptions, 3 confirmed. But like what is going on?
The defense should have been gassed. Your offense had the ball for 40 minutes of that game. Yep. So I mean there's no excuse really.
Man, how many times have we gone through this exact story
of
a great defense gassed in the fourth quarter because of time of possession? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But yeah, they're a high-powered offense. But dude, going into this game again, I don't think anyone expected them to win. But I did have a feeling, dude. I mean, the Bears' strengths counterreacted the Lions' strengths. I mean, we're the second best run defense against Gibbs and Montgomery. So I know we had that going into it. You got St. Brown, who's amazing, but we got Jalen Johnson, who's also amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, given that, dude, and the way our defense has been playing, like, I really thought if they allowed Fields to play his game, we could win this game.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my mentality at the beginning of quarter 1. And I was so happy.
Yeah.
All my dreams are coming true. Like, they were stopping the run game, and Jalen Johnson was stopping St. Brown, and Fields was scrambling and play action. I was like, oh my God, like, this is what I've been wanting. They're doing it. Like,
yeah.
And then they did it to me again, Maxwell. They got my hopes up and just took a dump right down my throat, dude. Just took a big hairy dump, man.
It's just I mean, you can't come up with like adjectives to describe like your anger anymore. Like it is what it is at this point. Like you're just so used to it.
Jalen Johnson definitely needs to do some receiving practice, I think. Put the ball through the tires and then go out there for a couple hours. He's got some stone hands, dude. I mean, we talked about him not getting his contract earlier on because he's not getting receptions. Well, before we had no pass rush. So, again, now we have the pass rush. Now he has opportunities. And, again, not to blame him because, again.
No, but he's got to make that play.
You got to make that play. That one at the
5-yard
goal line.
Yeah. I mean,
that was a pick six, dude.
I mean, he threw it right to him. Like, it wasn't even hard thrown. Like, he has to make that play. Like, I don't care what you were thinking.
He read that, came right on up him, dude.
He's gone.
He would have been gone.
The game. That's a 14-point swing. The Bears score a touchdown there. They don't score. I mean, you're talking the game right there. So he has to, and you could say, like, well, we just said the same thing about Tyler Scott, but Jalen Johnson's played a lot of years. He has to make those plays, and this isn't the first time we've seen him not. Listen, I love Jalen Johnson. He's one of my favorite players in the Bears.
Agreed.
Dude balls out, but doesn't mean he's not above criticism, and he has to make those plays, and he knows that.
Yeah.
But you want the big contract, you got to make those interceptions. You've got to. I mean, that's it. It's the game. That's the game right there.
Again, like he's hurting his case after that game for that big contract. Now, hopefully, he gets some more opportunities down the road. But again, if we're going to put you in an opportunity now with a pass rush to be able to have a chance to get an interception, you need to make it fucking happen.
100%.
Catching the ball is part of being a cornerback too. So
absolutely, deflections are great and in tough coverage, but when they're throwing right at you, you've got to catch it.
After the game, after losing 31-26, as we all know, Martellus Bennett, who I am traditionally not a fan of him or his brother whatsoever, over the years, came out on Twitter and put together quite a rant that I pieced together and put on my page, and I probably read through it like probably 10 or 15 times, man. It kind of hits home hard, dude. And I think in this instance, again, I don't like the guy overall. I think he said a lot of bullshit things over the years, but I believe honestly what he said is the honest to God's truth. We're still selling an 85 Bears team from 40 years ago to legacy fans, and we're not giving anything to our younger generation of fans who weren't there to experience that. And those older fans, unfortunately, are getting older, and they're not going to be going to the games forever like we are. So, I mean, dude, like they need to start doing something for us. I mean, you were 1, I was 2 years old during the 85 Bears season. How many of those 20 to 30-year-old kids going to the games nowadays even remember or have any like joy from that season whatsoever besides what they saw in replays like us, man? I mean, at least our parents saw, and they were kind of able to like teach us about it and like let us know about it. But I mean, they need to start doing more for us now, dude. Otherwise, you're gonna lose this organization, man. And there's a lot of pissed off fans out there right now, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the constant. I mean, you just look at a chunk from like the last, since Lovey's been fired. Let's just look at the chunk there that you've had. What, one winning? I don't even think they have had a winning season since Lovey's been fired. Like the one Trustman year, they went 8-8, or Nagy's year, they went 8-8. It's just constant rinse and repeat, and it gets old. Like it gets to the point where like you have to start questioning, why am I even a fan of this team? Like I've heard Lawrence Holmes talk about the White Sox recently. It's like, why am I a fan of this team? What reason are you giving me to be a fan of this team? And it's constant turmoil. It's constant terrible coaching hires, GMs that don't know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah. Rinse, repeat. Then we do the same thing all over again. We draft the wrong quarterback. We don't develop this quarterback. We draft this player when we should have drafted this guy. We draft a lineman with a degenerate back issue when we could have had Patrick Mahomes. I mean, it's just over and over and over. And I think that's, that goes straight to ownership. I mean, how else can it not go to ownership?
And that's the thing. The whole time, the smoke and mirrors is like Super Bowl shuffle, everyone.
That's true.
They're selling gear still with like the 85 Super Bowl patch on it. What other team in the entire NFL, I'll challenge anyone out there, what other team in the NFL still highlights a 40-year-old Super Bowl team as much as we do? Not even the Dolphins, dude. And they had the perfect season. I mean, they're the ones who hold the record, unfortunately. No other team in the NFL talks more about an old Super Bowl team more than us. And I think that's what really kind of like clicked the light bulb into my brain after reading this Martellus Bennett quote. Like, holy shit, it's really fucking weird. Like, it's crazy, man. I mean,
no, it's 100%
it kind of made me do a little self-reflection.
And even if you can't come up with a team, that just means it's another losing organization. Like maybe you could argue the Jets with Joe Namath, but like even that, like you still think of Rex Ryan and like some of those years. So like, it's bad. Yeah, the nostalgia. I don't like nostalgia for nostalgia's sake anyway. Yeah. So like it sucks. And like, hopefully Kevin Warren, like that's the only thing you can really hit your post to at this point is like he like comes in here and sees what's going on, and no different than Theo Epstein did when he kind of came in. He kind of like looked at things for a year, see what it is, and then started cleaning house. And it said enough, and we need to try to do something different here. It's just I think that's the thing. I don't think the ownerships aren't bad people; they're just stupid. Like they're not like George McCaskey's not a bad guy. No, he's just an idiot.
And I know a lot of fans who have met George McCaskey. George McCaskey's gone to their wedding. He comes up to them at the games. He talks to fans. He shakes hands. It has nothing to do with people as a person, dude.
No, they're just
it has to do
stupid.
with you in your job as your role for your responsibility. And just because you're not good at it doesn't make you a bad person. But, dude, you have been proven time and time again you're not good at what it is you're doing. Otherwise, we'd have W's under our belt.
So the only thing you can maybe logically come from that is then hopefully that's the reason why they hired Kevin Warren to run the whole football operation. They just stay completely out of it. They just deal with the business side. And I think they kind of did anyway. It's just such a clusterfuck of an organization.
Well, we're going to find out here pretty soon, my friend. As time goes on, as the season goes on. So this Monday coming up after the holiday weekend and everything, we have the Vikings on Monday Night Football. And like I said earlier on in my show, if you guys have been to a Bears-Vikings game or any Vikings fans watching right now, if you heard the words, "I got you," you've definitely had a good time during that Vikings game. Everyone, welcome to the show. My guy, Lavender, I got you. Lavender, how are you?
Lavender's got you. I got you.
How are we doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing awesome, bro. I appreciate you coming on the show, man. We've had so much fun tailgating together the last couple of years, man. I'm glad you're coming on the show.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love this football stuff.
Yeah, they sure do, bud. You sure do. And you have so much fun with it, man. You have so much fun with it. We love it. So let's get into the roots, my friend. Let's get into the roots. When did your fandom for the Vikings start? How long back we go, my friend?
Well, I became a fan of the Minnesota Vikings back in 1986. Ooh. So back in 1986, but my real fandom as the super fan side, that became the Lavender character became back in 2017 to 2020 being formed.
Very cool. So going back to 1986, I mean, were you going to games on a regular basis? When did you kind of
Not
start
going to games. Not going to games. My father and my whole family, they are Pittsburgh Steelers fans. So the whole family is Steelers fans, except for my mom. She changed over to a Browns fan. And my nephew's a Browns fan. He's best friends with Kareem Hunt.
Nice.
Yeah, they actually have an album on that they're working on. And if you go to YouTube, look up Summertime, Big Ring. And that's Kareem and my nephew.
That's awesome, man. Very cool. I'll be sure to put it on the page after the show.
So going back to the story, as my parents, my dad called me in the living room. He put a Steelers jersey on me and he said, "How's it feel?" And I looked at him and I was like, "Nah, I don't like it."
As a father, you broke your father's heart.
Yeah. So he said, "What do you mean you don't like it?" I said, "That's not me. I'm going to pick my own team." And I sat out a whole year. And then actually that was the year of you guys winning the Super Bowl in '85.
And you didn't beat the Bears?
Didn't the Bears win back then?
Yeah, that was '85.
Yeah, that was '85.
We still talk about it today.
Yeah. The Bears. And then in '86, it was the Browns playing the Vikings. And the Browns actually won that game. But I looked at the team and I said, "That's my team." And I chose that team. And they was like, "Who? The Browns?" I was like, "No, the Vikings." So that's ever since then, I've been a Vikings fan.
Dude, I can't blame you, man. I mean, having the name Vikings in the name of the football team, especially being a super fan, like all the costumes at the VWO and everything, it's like you guys have the most awesome opportunity ever to dress up as super fans.
Dude, and the cool purple people eater, Prince, Minnesota. I mean, all that stuff that goes into it.
So when did you start going to the games on a regular basis, my friend?
Not till like 2017. I always wanted to go to Minnesota to see the games, and I never got a chance to do that. Everybody around me, Browns fans, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, and etc. all around. So that was going on, and I just decided that I was going to be a Vikings fan from '86 on, and then in 2000. Hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta fix this. Okay. Sorry. All right. So from there, in 2017, that's when I met up with Red Dog. We used to talk on the little trash talk rooms back and forth. Yeah. So Red Dog, he told me where the VWO was, and that particular day we didn't get to meet up, but he told me where everybody was at. I had a blast, and there was a bunch of VWO members in the corner, and it's just like, man, we had a blast. And I met some guys from New Jersey that day. And then me and Clifford, we got to talking a little bit more. And then he came down with Tate and Gunner down to the Hall of Fame. And they all stayed at my house, and we had a blast. And ever since then, that's when the creation of Lavender began. I got you.
So how did you come up with that character? It's really interesting.
Okay, that was me and Red Dog once again. And this is what happened. They were all staying at my house, and I had a fedora on. And he was like, "Hey, Rick, what's that color that you got on that fedora?" And I said, "Lavender." And he was like, "That's it. That's your super fan name." And I said, "I like that. I like it." And then he asked me for something, and I was like, "I got you." And he was like, "Oh, that goes with it. That's perfect." And then we just had a blast with it and put it together, and it was great.
Oh man, it worked out so well, my friend. Every time I've seen you, You have so much fun with it, man, with the kids, with everyone around at the tailgates, dude. It's always such a good time when I see you around. I know it's going to be a blast that night.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a lot to do with the kids and the families, because the way that I see it, I always was an entertainer, whether in music or whatever I'm doing. I try to entertain people, make them happy and make them smile. So when it comes down to going to a tailgate, I feel like the best thing that I can give to the tailgate is to entertain the people, the kids and the families, because some of those kids might never get to go to another game in their life. You know what I mean? Some of those families might not be able to pay for another ticket to get their kids there.
Yeah.
So if you can, as a super fan, if you can give them that experience and make them smile and be happy, even if their team loses, they're going to look and say, I had a great time. I met that one guy. He was great. But those guys over there, that's what I say. Like most super fans, they should go around and just make sure that everybody is being taken care of, because some of them people might not get to go to another game or see you again. So
I agree, man. I mean, what you figure, a family of 4? What's $1,000 to go to a football game after you get done with
$1,000
to go to one football game for 3 hours, man? Is that crazy?
Yeah,
the NFL got you.
God forbid you want a hoodie or a hat or something. I mean.
So are you from Minnesota originally, or?
I am not from Minnesota. I am from Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, right on.
Nice. So you're right by the Tailgate Hall of Fame and NFL Hall of Fame.
Yes,
Rock and roll.
I love it out there.
Yeah, most definitely. So let's talk about the VWO. So when did you start becoming a regular at the VWO? Was that back in 2017 too?
I actually got knighted in 2020.
Okay. Did you get the tattoo?
I got the tattoo. It's on the arm. It's a Viking with a mustache, sort of got facial features like me, and it has a coin that says VWO on it.
Nice, very cool, my friend. I like the tattoo idea. So when they get knighted, like Sir Death was telling us about, it's like, dude, like you're part of the group now. You're getting tatted up, bro. So I think that's really cool when you start getting tats or something.
Yeah,
Sir
cool.
Death got some super cool tattoos. That guy got some good tattoos.
Dude, everywhere on every inch of his body, dude. He was telling me about some of them, dude, and like on his ass, he has like a girl riding a dolphin, dude. So fucking funny, man. I was crying laughing and he was telling me. And then the next day, one of my listeners actually sent me the picture of his ass that they found somewhere on the internet. And I just lost it, dude. It was absolutely hilarious.
It's the only way you can respond to that.
Yeah.
All you could do is laugh.
Yep.
So VWO, I mean, I know that there's kind of different sections of the VWO. Do you want to talk about that? I know there's like a little like division of the VWO.
VWO Asgards, you got VWO Army, you got the Valkyrie, you got the Marines, Coast Guard. There's all different divisions. It's set up just like the military would be set up.
Oh, very cool, man. I like that. That's a cool idea.
It's basically like an honorary thing to the military if you look at it like that.
Very nice, my friend. So we saw you this year at the Tailgate Hall of Fame, obviously in your hometown. Tell me about your involvement with the Tailgate Hall of Fame and how that all started.
Just going down there with Clifford, and we started going to the Tailgate Hall of Fame down there the tailgate with them. And we go to every year they'll come down and we'll go over to the actual Hall of Fame, and we'll go through there and meet a bunch of people just like we do at the games. And sometimes we'll go through all the games, like some of the games that they do, like the 40-yard dash and stuff like that. And just enjoy your time and meet more fans, because we're all fans of fans. Yes, and enjoy ourselves. You can create fans. There's fans out there already, and you can just have a blast because we're all fans of what? The football. Yes, NFL. Sir. Absolutely. Yep.
Too much hate in football right now with all these fights, man. Need some more fan unity, some more fan love. That's for sure, sir.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about all the fight. People need to stop fighting. It's a game that you can't control, but you can enjoy.
And we've known that for plenty of years as Bears and Vikings.
There's no need to throw a punch at somebody because you're angry because your team is losing. Cool out. It's not that problem. We don't need that.
I totally agree, my friend.
Dude, so let's move ahead a little bit here into the actual fandom and the sports teams. Kirk Cousins, obviously hurt, out for the year. Talk with the Vikings. You think he's going to be the quarterback? They're going to sign him to an extension going forward, or do you think they're going to try to draft or go in another direction?
I don't know if they're going to go ahead and re-sign him. They might re-sign him for like a year or two, but coming off that Achilles, that's going to take him a while to actually get back to his regular self. If you know anything about an Achilles, it usually takes a good 2 years before you can actually come back to who you are as far as an athlete. You might have the mindset and you might have all that other stuff, but at the same time, your body, the actual Achilles is not going to act right by just 1 year or how long you sit out. It usually takes about 2 years for somebody to actually look right again on the field.
Unless you're Aaron Rodgers and you just drop acid and apparently you're coming back week 14.
Aaron Rodgers thinks he's coming back like that, but he's not going to be 100% like that. Well, he might be able to play. He might be able to throw, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be healed like that fast.
One bad hit in the pocket, and that
team's going to be eliminated by them anyway. So,
So you guys got Dobbs in the replacement of Kirk Cousins, man, who has came out and done a great job for you guys. How are the fans feeling about him, man? I think you guys seem pretty excited from what I'm seeing.
Absolutely. Dobbs has a very good character, as you can see. He's motivated. He's mobile. One thing Kirk never was, he wasn't that mobile, but Kirk, he has a bullet on his arm. That dude has a bullet. But Dobbs gives us another part that we've been missing for a long time, is a quarterback that's mobile, that can move around, just like your quarterback. You have a very good quarterback over there when he's healthy and he's out there.
We like to think so. I don't know if our coaches think so, but we like to think so.
Hey, maybe it's the coaches. Maybe it's not the quarterback.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Lavender gets it.
You guys got a pretty good coach, though. I got to give that guy some credit, Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah.
That team looked dead 5 weeks into the season. You guys were already talking, the fans or whoever was already talking about, let's tank for the number one pick.
Yeah.
You've done a hell of a job.
I absolutely love Kevin O'Connell.
Without Justin Jefferson.
He's done a hell of a job.
It's a very good job. People keep getting injured. We keep bringing other people stepping up. I like it. That's Vikings. That's what we're supposed to do. Step up, the next person up. And Josh Dobbs is incredible. The way that the fast learning that he does and the connections that he has with the team and the fan base, I absolutely love it.
Most definitely, man, especially with Jefferson going out, like I said, and then Addison jumping up his game.
Yeah,
He was a rookie wide receiver. That kid came in, man. That kid just catching everything, lights out. When Jefferson gets back, dude, that's going to be a dynamic duo right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Addison is a very, very, very good route runner. He gets open because he runs those routes so well. And with Jefferson being a good route runner and physical, when he comes out there, those two, yeah, exactly what you said, is going to be very dangerous. Very dangerous. And then you got Hockenson over there. You know, Hockenson's doing his thing.
Yeah.
He's just one of those guys that's there, and he handles his business every time. Very productive.
What do you think about what's going on with Madison right now? Dude, your guys' run game has been very not productive. I mean, getting rid of Delvin Cook, I think, was a big shock to a lot of people. But again, you had to pay Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson, which kind of made more sense. But what's going on? You guys having offensive line problems, you think, with run block?
No, our offensive line is fine. Madison, he's a good player. usually a 1-2 punch. I think what they need to do with the running game is mix it up a little bit more diversity by using all the running backs. You got Kane and Wagu, and then you got a Ty Chandler. You put the Ty Chandler in there with a different dynamic and Madison, and then everything will be going. Like when we had Cook, him and Madison was a good tandem together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cook and Madison, because they would switch them up back and forth. And we need to do that a little bit more with our run game. That's what I feel.
It's a modern NFL. That's how it should be. You need to be 4 and 5 deep nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with injuries on running backs with these big ass linebackers.
Just to keep them fresh. I mean, you bring a fresh body in, third, fourth drive of the game. That's huge.
Hell yeah. Let's go through some of the comments real fast when we still got you on, Lavender. We got cheers from Mexico. We got some Mexico fans out there. Thank you, guys.
I got you.
We got some Vikings fans in the house for you tonight. A little skull, brother. Oh, man. We got some Lavender love.
Lavender love. I got you.
Thank me later. Hopefully that's not a porn link or something. So be careful clicking on that, guys. Dude, there's been a bunch of porn being posted to my page lately. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how they knew I was into grandma porn. I'm just joking. Oh, some more skull. Some Lavender. I got you, baby. Hello, Lavender. Tons of love for you out there, my friend. You got a lot of your fans watching, which is awesome, my friend. You deserve it.
Got you.
So
Lavender over everything. I got you.
So you're coming off that very hard game, like we're coming off that 1-point loss to Denver. Dude, what is Denver on right now, dude? Like, they're just out like destroying the best teams in the NFL out of nowhere. Like, what were your thoughts on that 1-point loss, my friend? Obviously, I'm sure you have a lot of thoughts.
I think it was a good game. Denver has a good defense. I seen it. If you go into the gambling world, it was a negative 2.5 was the spread. So that was either going to be a 3-point game or 1-point game, depending on how Vegas wanted to intervene. So what I would say is we're going to be all right, and we'll go on another run here in a moment here.
Yeah, starting Monday.
I think
brought to you by DraftKings.
the fans should be happy. But I will say, because in our game, it's a negative 3.5 is the spread. Mm-hmm. I will say that game is going to be very close. Chicago, I think with Justin Fields coming back, you're going to get a spark in that team. Mm-hmm.
I totally agree, man. But the big problem that we're facing right now with the Bears is them allowing him to play his game or not. So depending on the play calling and the coaching, he could be the best quarterback you've seen, or he could be getting shut down in the pocket all night and getting sacked. It really just matters.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Eber flus.
Ed.
I hope you don't got him, do you? Don't tell me you
got him. No, I do not have him.
I'm surprised it's still going to be on Monday because this starts the week where they can start flexing.
Oh yeah, they should have
with
flexed
as terrible as the Bears
Thursday.
are. I can't believe they're not flexing it to Sunday.
Well, do I think Minnesota kind of had to come back?
That's the only reason they're still going to be on Mondays because of Minnesota.
Dude, rightfully so. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we're all going to.
It's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a good game.
Yeah,
Lavender will be watching it.
We have not won a division game now in 2 years, my friend. So it's very sad. We have not beat the Vikings or the Lions or Green Bay since before last year.
I like that. What you got, Montez Sweat over there?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a beast, bro.
Yeah, when we play him more than we should be playing him more than we should. But yeah, he's good when he has played.
And then you got that TJ Edwards dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, the defense is pumped up, man.
Yeah, you got some players over there, man.
Yeah,
don't get down
off the field, man. We see you need to keep them off the field the entire game. So
in great fandom, don't get down on your team. They're building. Let them build. They're all right. They'll
You've been building
surprise
since I
you.
was born, though, man.
They'll surprise you at points, and you'll be like, "Oh man, I can't believe we won that game." Yeah, you did. You won it.
I need some of your optimism, my friend. You need to rub that off, brother. You need to rub that off.
Yeah, you gotta. You got
What
it. You
type
gotta
of
feel the
lavender
vibe.
voodoo? Someone wants to see this lavender voodoo, my friend. What is that? Good.
It's over everything. I want you.
Oh, dude, the combination of you and Clifford. Let's talk about that, man. Like, you guys could have your own show. You guys could have your own reality show. I think next Vikings game next year, we need to get you and Clifford on here together, my friend, because
Hanging
that'll
around
be
me
like
and
the most
Clifford.
fun thing ever.
Hanging around me and Clifford is a reality show.
Oh, I remember the Tailgate Hall of Fame, my friend. Plenty of memories from good old 2 o'clock in the morning in Canton, Ohio. So, dude, you guys are
Yeah, he's a good friend, a good person. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Good-hearted person.
100%,
I love Clifford. He's good people.
I got to meet him obviously through the 1st and 10 tailgate, and he was out here for the home game a couple weeks ago, dude. And he had a blast as normal, and we took care of him at the tailgate. And such a good time, such a good guy, dude. Love him to death, my friend.
But
I'm sorry, go ahead.
very good fan base. Very good fan base.
Oh, dude, VWO, man, you guys are a great fan base. I think you and the Lions fans, man, we're the closest with, dude, our own division. And we take care of each other. We all just hate the Packers. I mean, we all got that in common. The Lions, the Bears, and the Vikings stick together, and we're all
Sorry,
like,
Packers. We don't got you. Packers, we do not got you.
they got a couple good fans, but in
Yeah,
general,
they do have some very cool fans.
yeah,
But
they do. We just like ragging on them because they won so much. All right, so going into this Monday's game, my friend, what are your predictions? If you had to put a score on Monday's game, where are we at, my friend?
I will say 16-10.
Ooh, low scoring. Why so low scoring?
Why? Because I have a feeling that the defenses are going to step up in this game. And it's not going to be the game that you think of with like the huge blowout or something like that. I think it's going to be a close game, and the defenses are going to show up, and we'll have a little bit of scoring, but it'll be a good game at the end. And then I got you.
Well, I want you to narrate something for me at one point. We're going to talk down the road. You got that inner narrator in you, my friend. Maxwell, what are you thinking for the game on Monday, my friend?
Well, if Beijing was still playing, I'd say we were going to get completely curb stomped. But Fields looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes, he did.
I can't believe I'm going to do it. I'm going to go Bears 24, Vikings 20.
Ooh.
Just because of Fields. Now, that could blow up right in my face, but
dude, after that game on Sunday, my whole world's just been completely rocked, dude. And I knew it was going to be a coin flip going into it because it always is a fucking coin flip with the Bears. Like, what team is taking the field today? Because there's no consistency whatsoever, ever.
No.
I'm going to go with a close game only because it's interdivision. Interdivision teams always play each other close. No matter what, I'll go 24-21 Bears. I'm going to pick the Bears.
we're both lunatics.
Yep.
Now,
We have
here's
no
a fun
logical
fact.
explanation
None.
for our choices.
Here's a fun fact. The Vikings and the Bears first played their first game in 1961, right?
Mm-hmm.
Vikings won. I think it was like 38-17 or something like that. I think it was like that. And the record is 66. We won 66. We're winning right now 57-2.
Okay.
Fun facts. Vikings are leading that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
could definitely see that. I know the Packers just took the overall lead on us last year too, so it's been a rough 38 years, my friend.
But one thing you got is a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You got the Super Bowl.
We were talking about earlier in the show that we were only 1 and 2 years old during the Super Bowl.
It's okay. It's okay. Last time the Vikings went, I was just being born. 1977, that year.
It's crazy, man. Right? It's crazy.
Maybe that's how I really became a Vikings fan, because I was hearing that in the mother's womb.
She had a cup on the belly for the Vikings game, huh? You got your mom, huh? That's awesome. Yeah, Super Bowl. I wasn't even born if I was born in 87. Yeah, man, us young fans, dude, we need something. We got a little cock tease in 2007, but it didn't come through. So, I mean, dude,
you got to take what you can get and be happy. It'll return back. The Bears will see another one. You just got to rebuild.
It needs to, man. It needs to. Well, in the meantime, while we're rebuilding, definitely rooting for the Vikings and our Lions fans out there, my friend. So hopefully you guys do something from the NFC North and make us proud. Definitely would love to see both of your fan bases win.
What was that?
I said I would definitely love to see either yours, the Vikings fan base, or the Detroit fan base do something this year or next year, man. You guys got some good teams.
Yeah, it's a very good team. So I like what Detroit's doing up there. They're putting it together. They're putting it together.
I had Pilgrim on the show last week before the game and got a chance to talk to Pilgrim, who's going to be in a Thanksgiving special on Thursday before the Vikings game. So Fox Sports is doing a segment on him during the pregame show. 33 years of tailgating on Thanksgiving. Mark,
nice,
dude. That's crazy, isn't it? The guy's
Pilgrim, though. I love Pilgrim. Yeah. He's a good dude. He's a super good dude.
Oh yeah, man. So definitely, while we're down in the shitter, I love to see your guys' fan bases at least doing something. So
absolutely. Play outbound. We'll see where it goes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I like what Dobbs is doing, though. I really do. I like what he's doing. Great quarterback. Very good character. And I think he's good for the Vikings right now.
Hell yeah, man. Nothing but the best of luck to all you guys. Anything else you want to talk about when I got you on the show, man? You got anything going on the rest of this season? I know living in Ohio, how many games do you get to per year? You try to go to a lot?
This year I've been going through some things, taking care of some personal stuff at the house. I did go down to Carolina, and I'm going to try to get to Cincinnati and possible Vegas next month.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Vegas is always worth it.
In the meantime, I've been going to a couple of Vikings bars, one up in Youngstown and the other one, Fender's, down in Columbus. They got the nice, it's a nice Vikings club down there. Probably a good 7,500 people. Yeah, they're very cool people.
I like to see those like out of town, like different state, different team bars and places, man. That's really cool. I like that. All right, Michael. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show, Lavender. Like I said, dude, you're awesome. We have so much fun every time you see him. See you. You know, you have a home with us at the First and 10 tailgating. We're always up by you guys, the VWO. You always got a home with us in Chicago, man. So can't wait till our next adventure together, brother.
I got you. Lavender's over everything. You want ice cream? Get Lavender. You want to wash your clothes? Use Lavender. Lavender's over everything.
Anyone watching this who's not party with Lavender, you guys have missed out on that. All right, brother. You have a good rest of your night, sir.
Let's go.
All right. Thank you.
All right,
brother. Good luck on Monday, man.
Shout out, Bear Down to all the Bear fans. I got you,
brother. All right, brother. Thanks, sir. Dude, so much fun, man. Love that guy to death. Makes me laugh my ass off every time I see him. So before we go, just some finishing stuff. We're still in Salute to Service Month. I've been playing the video each and every week, and I continue. Make sure you guys hit up my guy, Lorenzo at Bear Army. like I said at the beginning of the show, too, our fan of the year, Shamika Leach, got announced. There's a Bears victory that we can control. So let's make sure we all get out there and vote. Like I said, NFL.com honors Fan of the Year 2023 vote. You got an opportunity to go each day and vote. Let's try and get her in and make her the official Fan of the Year. Speaking of her, she will be on after the Monday Night Football game versus the Vikings next week. Tuesday the 28th at 7 p.m. We'll be breaking down that game and interviewing Shamika. The week after that is going to be a bye week, so it's going to be a little bit of a shorter episode, but we're still going to have fun no matter what. Following that, we come back from the bye week. We got the Lions at home. We've talked about it the last couple weeks. December 10th, make sure everyone reach out to the Facebook page, get your tickets secured, make sure you're good to go. It's going to be a big turnout. Blue Crew, Tub Gators, bring your swimsuit. We're going to be jumping in the hot tub, eating beef sandwiches, going crazy. Speaking of eating a ton, everyone have a great Thanksgiving. Like I said, thankful for all of you guys who watch the show. I love you all to death. You guys make this so much fun for me and Maxwell week in and week out. So just want to let you know how much we appreciate you guys and have a great, great holiday. For me and Maxwell, as always, guys, bear down, baby.
Thank you. And go Bears!